Welcome, everyone, to the Matrixlord212 live stream. Hello, everybody. I am with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, so we're having some kooky problems with the internet. Scott looks like he's frozen. Are you frozen, Scott?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Maybe later. You'll know.
Let me.
No, I'm just playing with you.
All right. It looks like you're frozen. I don't know why.
Okay. I know for a second there I was thinking like I wasn't moving my lips and then moving them.
All right, so it took for some reason the PlayStation Network thing was down the whole weekend. I was able, Scott, to pay with my credit card and buy the flash sale that had the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Nice.
$29.99. And still downloading, so I just gave up on it. I wound up buying 2 other games, like, to try to platinum. And I'll try to do that during the week. So we got that's going on with the gaming. There is another game attached to the Resident Evil game. It's like, I think Resident Evil Resistance. It's like a multiplayer thing.
Oh, neat. I
don't know if you could play. It would be great if I get to play, the game with you, but I don't know if you could play.
Yeah.
We got to try to figure it out. So there's a lot of things going on. People talking about the CW, and they're trying to find out answers. What's happening? It looks like I know they're trying to throw excuses out there, but it's looking like no, Supergirl got canceled because the ratings, not because of anything else. They're trying to throw.
It was already pre-planned for her taking some time off.
Right, she had a baby,
and then it might look like she and maybe a few of the cast will come back and
they're trying to throw that out there.
And something as cameos.
Yeah, they're trying to throw it out there that's not the case. The ratings were going on a decline, and they felt, you know what, they had to cancel it. Now, Arrow's canceled. Arrow was purposely ending, I guess. Yeah. Supergirl was canceled. They're saying that they're probably going to cancel other DC shows.
I was watching another show. They said they were talking about how Legends and I forget what
Black Lightning probably.
No, it wasn't. No, Black Lightning wasn't amongst it. It was Legends and one other series. I don't remember what it is. Was going to be canceled between next year or the following year.
Wow. Here's the thing. They'll keep the Flash and they'll keep Superman.
Yeah.
And maybe Black Lightning, but they'll probably end Legends of Tomorrow soon too.
I think was it Batgirl? I don't know. I know Legends was
Batwoman is just got a season 2, but that's probably going to get canceled, I'm sure.
Yeah.
After a season. So
because like I said, I got the first season. I got as far as episode 2 or 3, and I just had to shut it off because I just could not get into it.
Yeah.
Guys, I said hello, folks. Yeah, I at least tried to watch Batgirl, but it's just I don't know if it was just the writing I couldn't get into.
Right.
Yeah, it became a Scott show for a second there.
I know.
You get shoved out the door.
I still can't see. I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight. You're frozen. That's the suck.
You froze up there just for a second.
You know what? Let's shut our cameras off. Shut your camera off. Shut yours camera off too.
I don't want that. Okay, there we go.
All right, maybe that's better now. Okay. All right, for now, I guess this is what people are going to have to see. Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. All right, so it's now Monday in the wee hours of the morning. We talked about video games. We talked about the CW.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about The Boys for a second because
I still got to see episode 6.
Me too.
I'm not today, and I got busy doing other stuff.
I mean, should we just watch it and then just because I like binge watching. I don't like watching it one week. I mean, I know there's only 4 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we just Wow, hello, Vil. I haven't seen you in ages. Mr. Groove, Batwoman was written good, and there was just wasn't an interest in the actress playing the role. No one really knows her. No, she actually left because of
Yeah,
she
she'd
it was
injured herself, and then
well
just
she
I
got
guess
injured, but it was too much for her because she wanted to
yeah,
do other things. So she just left. Not that nobody knew who she was.
yeah.
I mean,
Not
I don't
because,
know
not
about
because
written
her
good
name was
either, but
not because her name's Ruby, but what I always thought would be kind of cool is if they ever did a reboot of the Wet video game or brought that character to the big screen. That
yeah.
she'd be great if they couldn't get a
I mean,
douche.
you lost interest in Batwoman, right?
Yeah,
By
yeah,
episode what? 3?
like 2, 3. Yeah,
I watched it up into the crossover and all that stuff, and
yeah. Now, granted, I watched the thing for the crossover, but yeah, after the originals,
I watched it into the crossover, but yeah, I lost interest too.
I really, I was really hoping it would be good, but it's just
Yeah.
it's as if when they wrote the characters, you just could not care about them almost.
You can't connect to her for some reason.
Yeah, and
You don't really care if
and I know a lot of people goes, oh, because she's homosexual. No, it had nothing to do with the whole sexuality thing.
she was
And,
just so
and if
like
you wanted, yeah, go ahead.
the way she was like not really into it like she
Mhm.
should have been. It was kind of like fake. Like you really didn't
Yeah,
believe that she had a purpose to be Batwoman. It was just I'm Batwoman. Okay, whatever. Like there was just it was like forced. I felt.
they made it woke almost, if you want
Yeah,
to say.
it was woke
But if
too.
you
No, it
notice,
was woke too.
Batman made a mistake, and they make it seem as though he's off sulking. Well, he's never done that in the past.
Yeah,
But what I was,
Batman didn't make a mistake. They made him look like an asshole. That
yeah,
sucked too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was about to say was, if you're trying to make it seem as though somebody disliked this thing because because the lead character was supposed to be homosexual, then it's proof that you're just trying to make an excuse for poor writing
Well, they
and for
made one
the writers
episode
to
about
continue on with poor writing.
they made one episode which was about she went to a restaurant and they found out that she was gay
Yeah,
and they didn't want her in there. Like I mean, this is 2020. I
yeah.
mean, that stuff doesn't really. I mean,
And granted,
people want that's just
I could
stupid.
understand her family feeling that way. All right, their family's like, oh, geez,
Nobody. I mean,
but
I
they
don't
made
know
me say
anybody that does that.
the entire establishment didn't want her that way.
I don't
Yeah,
know anybody that does that now. People just
no,
want
they
to make
don't.
money. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
But and then
yeah,
she bought the building next to it and decided to put like the rainbow flag just to piss off the restaurant. Like that's
yeah.
yeah. Like what are we trying to convey
That's
in
just
Batwoman? Like, are you
yeah,
gonna go after the villains or are you gonna talk about your sexuality? Like, I mean, that's you don't know what it was about, really. I mean, it's
yeah.
like, is it about that or not? I think it became that the whole show about her being a lesbian.
It was
That was
like
the whole thing.
basically what it was. It was forced diversity, and when people started seeing that, uh, that's when I think a lot of people were starting to drop off. It's because
It took
the
too much
last
of that.
show they didn't mind that she was homosexual, but the fact that when they started forcing diversity and forcing like making it seem like everybody was homophobic, that's what was really kicking them in the
Well, the
ass.
whole thing was her about being in love with her friends,
Yeah,
and then they wouldn't allow it
big
in the
Rob.
military
I mean,
school.
literally,
But
big
that's the
Rob.
whole
How
thing of
much
the
you
show.
happen to be gay and a superhero? I don't.
And her sister, and the
Yeah,
fact that her sister went loony skipperoonie. Like,
because
and,
I'm going to
yeah.
watch a show, and I don't care what the sexuality of a character is, so long as the show is written good.
Right, you're supposed
That's
to
all I
be
care
a
about. Is the show
superhero
good?
going after the villains,
Are you
not
doing character? It doesn't matter if it's a superhero show. Doesn't matter what show. So long as you're writing characters that you can actually care about, and you're not writing characters that are so stereotyped that you're actually making fun of an issue than trying to enlighten people about an issue. And that's also, I think, one of the problems with that show was the way they were writing it, and a lot of the way they write things today for certain social justice people is that they do it in such a manner to where you're actually making fun of the situation, making fun of what they're trying to fight for, than actually enlightening them.
Well, I mean, I stood with it. I didn't give up on
Yeah.
the show, you know. And I mean, I like the dynamic of her being friends with Supergirl. I
Yeah.
like that
Yeah,
a
that was
lot.
great.
But I don't think they got. See, now it sucks that she's gone because you can't really, you know, go deep into the whole Supergirl and
Yeah.
Batwoman friendship.
Yeah.
It sucks that that's done now, and it doesn't make any sense that she's gone too because she's supposed to be one of the main things of the universe. I don't know,
Yeah.
something about you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. But here's the thing, like whatever way they do it, she could probably come back at some point. I'm sure, but I think they should do that with Supergirl also. That
Yeah.
you could do a TV movie or a
Well,
miniseries.
That other site that I was talking to, they were just hypothesizing. Understand? This is all hypothesizing.
They could do a miniseries with Supergirl.
They could. What they said is they had like a whole thing set up for next year's crossover, but what they might do is just do mini crossovers.
Nobody cares about the crossover anymore, though. After
Yeah.
that, that's it. You don't need. First of all, you don't need now to have a crossover every year.
No,
like, because it's sort of like forced.
Yeah.
Like if there's no story, there's no story.
Every other year, I could see it.
I mean, I don't really want to see that. I don't want to see a crossover. I mean, enough is enough.
Just like look at. I know this doesn't sound like I'm stretching here, but look at how long it took them to get to Endgame. Do it something like that. You do something to build, and then like 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, or 4 years down the line, that's when you do your crossover.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. This every year, there's a crossover.
There's no point to it. Yeah, like I'm not really looking forward to another one now. I mean,
yeah.
I just felt every year they tried to outdo themselves.
Yeah.
It got to be. I'm sorry, but the Crisis thing was so ridiculous.
That Crisis thing.
That was so ridiculous.
That Crisis thing, even though it was good, they should have waited They should have at least waited one more season before they did the crossover.
They screwed stuff up so bad that people lost interest because people were following the shows for years, and now you just wiped clean the universe, and people don't like that because they're invested. So now they're all on one Earth.
Yeah,
and they don't. And here's the worst part of it. Is what happened to the Supergirl in the flesh of that prime Earth that did teamed up and everything, and these guys don't have any memories of that. Like what? How do you explain
what
that?
They need to do? What they need to do is not in this upcoming season, but in the next 2 seasons, they need to do something to where those superheroes somehow come back.
Well, I mean, I think that they messed it up. I mean,
footage of those individuals.
I mean, Arrow bringing back everybody back to life except, come on, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You brought back your mother, you brought back your best friend, but you're not going to bring back your original greatest love. Laurel. That doesn't make any sense. And if he brings back, here's the thing. If he brought back his best friend, then she doesn't die anyway because everything is stemming from him dying in the fire, if you remember, right? So, the whole timeline's changed anyway. So, Oliver should be in that universe. He should be alive and fine.
Now, what they could do is, granted, he may look different, but they could have another Oliver Queen.
They're not going to do that, don't they?
I know, but still, they could do another Oliver Queen. But in this case, he looks far different than. And since it's the multiverse,
ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Talking about something different completely. Finally, after 10 years, Avatar 2 is completed.
Yeah.
Wow, James Cameron, that took a while.
Yay.
See, this is the thing. He really is banking that this thing is going to do so great, right? People are probably not going to remember what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So, you're doing 6 avatars? I think you're
by the third one, the
I mean, by the second one, I don't even know if people
Granted, the second one will be good. It won't be as big as
I mean, will it?
It will be good, but I don't think it's going to live up to the hype which the first one did. But by the third one, the whole wow, this is awesome is not going to be there. It's just going to be another one of these gimmicky things, and he's going to waste all this time trying to make the third, and then the fourth is not, and then he may decide after the third,
He just went crazy. He went.
I've decided not to further the whole 5-6 movie
He
thing.
just wants to have his own Star Wars, but
yes, that's all it is.
He doesn't. But see, at least George Lucas put out Star Wars, then Empire, then Jedi, right?
Yeah.
But after one movie, this guy thinks he has a franchise. Like, where the hell did he get that from? You don't just make a franchise. Like, you don't. He has no idea if people are going to take to this.
Yeah. Well, like I've always said, unless there's an honest to goodness, if you can honestly get more from a movie, make a sequel. Don't just make a sequel for Shamrocks and Guinness just because the other one made money.
He thinks he's going to make a lot of money with this. I don't think so.
Yeah, the second one, it'll do good.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
No, it will do good. I will say this much. It will make its box office back, but it's not going to be as phenomenal as the first Avatar.
And then the sad thing is that he's going to be left holding, because they're going to be done, Scott. He's going to be holding 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's out of control now.
Yeah.
But like anyway.
I honestly think after the third one he's going to realize the whole hype behind it, the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? The whole anticipation, it's not going to be there. It's going to be dropped off because people are going to see number 3 and it's like, oh, this is just like you're just redoing number 1.
Right.
Granted, you situate it in a different location, but this is just nothing more than Home Alone 2 and on.
I wasn't expecting Borat to get a sequel.
Yeah, me too. I thought
that was out of nowhere that's getting a sequel, and the title is super long too. I mean, bless you. The title is super long too. I don't even know how that's going to take. Another thing I want to talk about. I saw a lot of clips, right? And we're not going to really get political on here, but I just want to talk about it. Like, I can't believe that the Democratic Party are pushing Joe Biden when Joe Biden's like forgetting what he's saying. I mean, have you seen these videos?
Oh God, yes.
He's lost in space.
I know I'm going to be. I know it sounds like I'm sorry for saying this guy's name, but I watched this other dude called Zed Nation.
He's lost in space. Like, he's just.
Yeah. Oh God.
How can he run a country if you don't even? He said he was in the Senate 180 years ago. You saw that?
Yeah.
Like, he's forgetting what he's saying.
They should have just one college or university.
They should have just let Bernie Sanders be the damn nominee. I mean, this is so stupid.
No, he even said that the latest thing basically is saying that he was from some college or university, and they're coming back and saying, Biden, no, you're not. No, you were never.
He's just losing it up there. Here's the problem, right? They've been trying to become president so many friggin' long. Now he's too old, probably, but they don't want to let go. Like, they should have just let Bernie Sanders had his head on his shoulders. They should have just had him do it, but no, they got to give it to Biden. And everybody's endorsing him, but he can't even speak. Like, he's losing his mind up there, man. Like, how is he going to run the country?
Dementia's so bad, and you can look at it and tell.
How are you going to run the country? I don't understand how they're in denial, though. They're in all denial. They're in denial.
Because once he gets into office, somewhere down the road, Harris is going to take over.
And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's what they're going to do. If they do, you watch. They'll pull the whole 25th Amendment. They'll claim health reasons, but yet what they'll do is they'll
become president.
What they'll do is if he gets into office, they will fib when he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Right. He has it already, probably. He has it already. Has to be. Look, I'm not saying anything, but listen. If you're going to try to beat Trump, like, you can't put someone there that can't even remember what he's saying. That's not. There's nothing wrong with me saying that. Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to say it, right?
There was a little post on Facebook saying that they want to have like 4 debates.
They're pulling his strings. So that way, like you said, he just they take him out and
what I replied to that post was they said they want to have 4 debates.
He can't do
and
a
they
debate.
want him to read off a teleprompter. And I came back with, this is what they'll probably do. I made this in jest. He'll be wearing a mask. They'll have a teleprompter. He mouths the words while somebody off stage.
It's live. You can't do that.
Impersonation of him.
You can't do that. They're live. He's going to be live with Trump if he's going to have a debate. He can't.
But
First of all, you know what's going to happen?
You watched him try to pull that.
No, you know what's going to happen? He's going to
stage sounding like him or close to him as possible, and then they'll still have the words going on the teleprompter, but he'll be mouthing the words.
I'm telling you right now, the moment they have a debate, it's over.
Oh God!
The moment they have a debate, it's over, because you know what? He's gonna get lost. And he may even embarrass himself further. They should not have a debate, period.
Kennedy Nixon thing all over again, because as we all remember from history, it was depending on where you caught the Kennedy Nixon debate. Those who watched the televised debate, Kennedy won. Those who listened to him on the radio claimed that Nixon won. And you're going to have the same exact thing going on with this.
There's going to be no one forever. You're going to see Biden.
Depending on where you're catching your cast, it doesn't matter whether you're for or against either party. They're going to say that Biden won because of this televised area.
No way.
Trump is going to had won because of they caught it on this.
No way. But he's going to forget who he is.
Oh, God.
He's going to forget who he is.
I will say one thing for the Zed Nation that I watched. The very last clip they showed, you see, they spliced these two. I believe it was a TikTok. They spliced 2 videos together. You see him exiting this blue curtain, and then they slowly pan over to this table, and you see all these little kids. And one of them is just screaming and trying to run the hell out of the room. And I started laughing.
You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? He's going to go there. He's going to be in the middle of his thing, and he's going to forget who he is and where he is, and then there's no way around it. They're going to have to. They're going to have to. He's going to have to drop out of the race, and they're going to have. I don't know how. What would happen in that situation? Would they just make Bernie go back in there? Like, what would happen?
No, what they'll do is they'll stick Harris in there, because that's who they're trying to push anyway.
Well, how could they do that if she never? Like, Bernie Sanders was the last one. They let him run again.
Right now, the way it's set up is she's quote unquote supposed to be the VP. I can see them going, well, Biden.
But if she didn't know, she can't. Look, first of all, she can't. She's not the VP. Okay, she wants to be the VP. But the thing is,
running mate.
But if he can't continue, they have to let Bernie Sanders be the nomination. Because she can't just give it to. They can't hand it to her.
Step in.
Why would they hand it to her on a silver platter? She didn't even go through any of that stuff.
Who they're shooting for, because that's who they really want. Think about it. You can walk down any street, and half the time you will see more Trump signs than Biden signs. They are actually shooting for Harris because they know they got a lame duck with Biden. I hate saying that. But that's
not fair to Bernie Sanders if he drops out.
Stuck all their eggs in one basket when it comes to Biden. Right. That they know if they pull out now, they'd be admitting that they chose the wrong candidate. So long as they can get him at least to November, so a vote can be made. And this is the big if they win, then somewhere down several months down
a week.
Several months down the road, they do the whole 25th Amendment. He goes to pasture. She takes over, and bam.
I don't know, man. All I know is that it's not looking good for Biden. But,
no, it isn't. It isn't.
All right, we have other things too to talk about. Again, the James Bond thing. Tom Hardy, I guess, but now they're saying Henry Cavill said he wants to be Bond too. So. What are they going to do? They're going to let Tom Hardy be Bond, or are they going to let Cavill do it? I mean, I don't know. I guess they got to think about this now because, that's the next Bond is going to be a reboot. So after this one comes out,
Like I said, let me see him as Bond first, and then I may change my mind. But right now, like I said, the one dude, I just see him more as a villain than I do as Bond.
Tom Hardy, yeah, you see him as a villain. I know.
Yeah, Hardy. I would love. I
agree.
Him as, I know it sounds like I'm getting off the subject. Just like The Rock, they got him planned for Doc Savage. I don't know because I still have the Ron Ely version still caught in my head. In other words, his image.
Right.
But I see the guy who plays Thor more as Doc Savage than The Rock.
Chris Hemsworth's going to play Hulk Hogan. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I can see Hemsworth being Savage. But once again, let me see The Rock as Doc Savage, and then my mind may change my mind. I still think The Rock should have came to Marvel and been. I've always thought this. The Rock should have came to Marvel and been Juggernaut. He would have been. He of all people who could be Juggernaut, it is him.
Yeah. All right. So I think later on today. Good night, Phil. Thanks, bro. Yeah, politics exterminated now. Yeah. Good seeing you, bro. It's funny, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back was in the theaters again, whatever theaters are open. And it did almost $1 million. It did like crazy numbers, It made worldwide 2,536,382. Like just, now that's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. New Mutants is making money too. I mean, 38 million.
Like I said, it's decent.
It's making money.
Granted, they got the characters dead on, but I still think they should have went more in the lines of the Shadow King, trying to break through this universe than that Demon Bear because literally.
I think they didn't want to do that because the Shadow King was the whole thing with Legion.
Yeah, but
like still, every single season.
But like I said, literally from the beginning of the movie to the final battle, you knew exactly how that.
I didn't see it. You saw it?
I saw it, and trust me, it's one of those. You just wait till it's on a streaming service, or wait till it comes to TV.
Yeah, I still want to see.
It is not worth going to the cinemas for.
I do want to see Enola Holmes from Netflix.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to have to wait a little bit to see that because I don't have Netflix. So it's like, if I get it back, I don't know. We'll see. I got to think about that. But what else they don't want to talk about? The movie that The Rock is going to be in, Black Adam, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to make him a villain. They're going to make him sort of like
an anti-hero,
right? Because he's not going to be a villain. He has a thing. He can't be beat if he's right. Like he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? They can't show that. He has a weird contract. So I don't know. And then there's a lot of stuff going on in the UK with the BBC.
Yeah.
People want the BBC to go away, defund the BBC, and Doctor Who is like, nobody knows what the hell's happening when they're going to start filming because now it's starting to get crazy over there with COVID again. People are binge buying like products like toilet paper again. It's just asinine. So I'm waiting to see. I just want to see them at Comic-Con and see what they have to say. Because I know they're going to talk about the new series probably, but God knows when that's going to be.
I just thought about something real funny.
Right.
One of them could say, I hear there's all this problem about there's a shortage of toilet paper.
They're probably going to fuck it up.
It's farther from the truth. And then as the doors of the TARDIS close, you see a little trace of toilet paper sticking out the door as the TARDIS dematerializes.
Yeah, Mr. Groove thinks that they're going to screw up Black Adam. They might, because again,
Yeah,
you're going to turn him into like
an anti-hero.
that's, I don't know how that's going to work at all. But I guess. And then the rumor is that Superman's going to be in Shazam 2. So
yeah, they're going to, because that cartoon movie where the two of them were in it was quite good, actually.
Yeah. So the Marvel movies delayed, of course. Black Widow. I'm really hoping that that's not woke, although they're saying it's woke. And we also had a thing about Tinkerbell. You saw that they want to have an African American woman.
Yeah.
Why can't we just leave stuff alone?
I have, so long as it's done good, I don't care.
I don't know about that.
I know they tried to do that with Cinderella.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Fantastic Four. It didn't work. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I am all for a new Peter Pan movie, but
yeah.
But then they did a movie where Wendy is the most important thing, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing woke stuff now. So it's like, who cares?
And you notice all this stuff started after the whole
Me Too movement.
Me Too movement, and what was the head of that company? I can't think of it. I keep saying his name now.
Weinstein,
thank you. Ever since Weinstein did all that crap, Hollywood's been trying to cover their ass, and that's pretty much that's all it is Hollywood's trying to cover their ass for purposely ignoring what Weinstein and those like Weinstein did. And that is why you're seeing things be more woke than ever.
It's crap.
And it's backfiring on Hollywood. And so if Hollywood crashes and burns, good riddance. They're finding out we don't need Hollywood. We don't need these.
Why let the movies bomb? Like, why don't do it then? Why can't you just not do it? Why do you got to do those type of movies?
Again, they've got so much invested.
But that's not paying the bills. Though.
Defeat.
That's not paying the bills. Like,
no,
they're losing money like bad when they do stuff like that. So why even like just have save face?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
What it is. It is saving face. They figure they might as well save face than lose money. Or better, strike that.
They're losing money. We know that.
Money than strike it, reverse it.
Yeah. All right. So it's getting late. We're going to get out of here. We're just rambling about a few different things. I'm going to try to play Resident Evil 3 tomorrow before I go to work and see what happens. Oh, now it works, I think. Or maybe not. All right, thank you. We're both freezing up. Thank you, Scott. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.